Hey guys, here we have a typical worded problem. Let me just pull this on a bit. Good. Now here it states the value of an uncirculated coin 1950 minted in Denver is 4/3 the value of a 1945 nickel minted in Philly in similar conditions. Together the total value is $35. What is the value of each coin? In part A, they want us to find the value of the 1945 coin, and in part B, they want us to find the value of the 1950 coin. Now, there are some very important pieces of information that I would suggest we pay special attention to, and I'm going to highlight that. Okay, it states the value of an uncirculated coin 1950 minted in Denver is 4/3 the value of the off should be here, value of the 1945 nickel minted in Philly. So simply, my friends, let me just change the color. The Denver coin, okay, the Denver coin is the cost of the Denver coin is in relation to the cost of the Philly coin. Okay, so the cost of the Denver coin is dependent on the cost of the Philly coin. So since we don't know the Philly coin, we can use a letter to represent that value. So I'm going to simply say let x be the cost of the Philly coin. Sorry, my bad. It's Philly coin. Okay. All right. Now, if x is the cost of the Philly coin, and they stated that the Denver coin is 4/3, okay, the cost of the Philly coin, the 1945 nickel minted in Philly, then I can simply say then 4/3 of x, 4/3, 4/3 of x, which is the cost of the Philly coin, plus the Philly coin itself, which we have already established is x, must be equal to, they said the total, together the total value 35 is 35, and in mathematics the word is means to multiply, or means the same as, it means equal. All right, so all of that is equal to 35. Now simply, my friends, if you notice, we have a simple linear equation to work with, so we can, and it's a fraction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change everything into a fraction, and I'm going to simply find my LCD, which is the lowest common denominator, and I'm going to multiply through by that and solve for x. All right, now here we have the LCD is 3. Obviously 3 is the denominator that all denominators can go into without leaving a remainder. So 3 into 3 goes once, then I'm going to say 1 times my 4. I'm going to be left with my 4x. Okay, 4x, 4 times x is 4x. Now that's been added to 1 into 3 goes 3 times, and I'm going to say 3 times x will give me a 3x, and that is equal to 1 into 3 that goes 3 times, and 3 times 35, that should give me off my head, that looks like a 105. okay, from off the top of my head. All right, now we have a 4x plus 3x, and that will give us a 7x. okay, and that must be equal to 105. Now I need to solve for x. 7 is being multiplied by x, so you must do the opposite to get the 7 across here, which is the opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides of my equation by x. So here I'm canceling out my x, my 7s, so I'm left with x is equal to 7 into itself goes once. Okay, 7 into 10 goes 1 time. Okay, and so that looks straight up like a 15. Okay, that off the top of my head, based on the math that we have here. So 7 into 105 would go 15 times. So x, remember now that x represented, we said in the initial statement, let x be the cost of the Philly coin. So 1 Philly coin is $15. So therefore a Philly coin costs $15. Okay guys, now hope that was useful. Here in part A, they're asking us the value of the 1945 coin. Now the 1945 nickel minted in Philly is $15. So we can simply go ahead and we can write our $15 there. Okay, so that would be $15. That's what we have just found there. Now they're asking in part B that the value of the 1950 coin. So the value of an uncirculated coin, 1950, minted in Denver. So obviously it's a Denver coin. But initially they said that the Denver coin was 4/3 of the Philly coin. So really what I'm going to do to find the cost of the Denver coin now for the 1950 coin, I'm going to have to take 4/3 of X, okay, which is the same as saying 4/3. Okay, this statement here that I have here, 4/3 is being multiplied by X, is the same as saying 4/3 times the 15. Okay guys, 15. So here we can just simply calculate our fractions by saying 3 into itself goes once, 3 into 15 goes 5 times. Now we just simply multiply across by saying 4 times 5, and that will give us a $20. Okay, so the value of the 1950 coin is $20.